The Songololos decided one day that they were going to have fun. But this time they were going to go out of their yard, down the road, and they were going to find a special place to play. They called it the park. So that's where they went. A whole lot of them got together, they gathered on the lawn, they ran around a little bit, they got excited, and then one of them said, "Let's go, guys!" And off they went. Off to the park, down the road. Now the road was a little dusty road, and they all tried to walk on the smooth part, but every now and again there would be footprints made in the road. They'd look at the footprints and they'd say, "I wonder what made these?" And then another person might come past. As that other person came past, they made more footprints, and soon they learned that if they walked in the road, they might get stood on, so they all had to go in the grass next to the road. And anyway, they walked and walked and walked until they got to the park. This was going to be such fun. Into the park they went, and they looked around to see what they could do. There was so much. Children's games and toys, and there were swings and slides and roundabouts. There were even wooden horses they could ride on that they would be able to go backwards and forwards, although they didn't really know how to push them because they were too small. And then they discovered something scurrying along very fast. What was that? It came running right across the lawn. There's another one. And there's another one up in the tree. They discovered squirrels. Squirrels in the park? Yep, squirrels in the park. Well, what do squirrels do? We don't know. We've never seen them before. We've only seen pictures of them at home. Squirrels play, they climb, they go into trees, they find acorns or other kinds of fruits and nuts and seeds to eat. And then the squirrels were on the grass. "Wow! Look at them, they are huge," said the one little Songololo. "Yeah, and look at their tails, those must be so heavy to carry." And then the squirrels came and started sniffing around where the Songololos were, because by now all the Songololos had gathered into one little clump. They were trying to keep safe together. They weren't sure what the squirrels would do. And the squirrels came and sniffed them. Said the one squirrel to the other, "I don't think this is good for food." One of them nudged the Songololos with his nose, and the one Songololo turned over and then curled up into a tight little curl, the way Songololos do. Anyway, the squirrels lost interest after a while, and they started browsing in the grass near the Songololos, and then the Songololos decided they're going to follow the squirrels. So they followed them as much as they could in the grass. And every time the squirrel ran a little further, all the Songololos would follow a little more. A little while later, they discovered that they got right to the edge of the park, and there was a massive, massive tree there. And next thing, all the squirrels disappeared. The Songololos looked up into the tree, and then they discovered that that's where the squirrels were. A lot more. And that tree was what they called an oak tree. And the squirrels were gathering acorns off the oak tree. Anyway, the Songololos soon got very tired because they couldn't climb the tree, so they went back to the area where there was a sandpit, a loose sandpit in the grass, and they played there for the rest of the time. And then somebody said, "We better mind out for the squirrels because they'll be coming back across this way." And after a while the Songololos decided it's time to go and do something else. So off they went, from the park, back along the road, in the grass next to the road, all the way back to the yard where they lived. And the Songololos who lived on the compost, well, they went home, and by now it was lunchtime. So they had lunch, and then they were so tired, they had a nap after lunch. We'll see you again sometime. Bye.